Hello. It's letting you watch your live stream, a Renaissance Garden. Well, that's wonderful if you haven't been able to watch the live stream before. I know a lot of people do not get notified. They don't. So are you feeling the pain? I know during these past few months that a lot of people have, woke up all of a sudden and they have felt the pain in various parts of their body. Okay, they have. It came out of the blue. It came as if it was an attack on their body. And some of you may just now be experiencing like stiffness of your neck and back, like you can't move your neck, or your shoulder hurts, or you got massive migraines where you never had them, or your children, massive joint pain, any other type of pain that you physically feel. I'm wondering, are you feeling pain that you've never felt before, and you're wondering what happened to your body, and how, because you don't remember doing anything that would cause your body to be in the pain that it's in. It's almost as if your body was attacked unknowingly, without your knowledge. It like happened all of a sudden on your body. And you may still have the lingering effects even from months ago. And perhaps like this, perhaps maybe one area of your body was feeling the pain, then that went away. Then it's like another part of your body got attacked, so you feel that pain also. Okay, that's why I said, are you feeling the pain? Because it seems like it literally, in my personal opinion, it feels like an attack on my body. Like months ago, several months ago, first it was the neck and the back, and people said their shoulders. And then, lo and behold, people from around the world, they experienced that too. They woke up all of a sudden and they felt like, what is happening to their neck and back? And then as time passed by, perhaps some of you, that like dissipated. And then the pain started occurring in other parts of your body or your head. And or you may have noticed this, if that don't get your attention, perhaps you've noticed if it could go wrong, then it went wrong in your life. It's like a flow, a torrent, let's say a torrent of negativeness flowed right into your life. Boom, came out of nowhere, and you're thinking, what just happened? What just happened? That right there inflicts emotional pain also, you all. So I'm just wondering, are you feeling it? Because when this stuff happens, it literally does feel like an attack on your body, an attack on your spirit within this body, an attack on maybe your loved ones, your family members, your friends. Something's going on, and it's much deeper than a lot of people want to say it is. I know that there is a theory, oh, it's ascension symptoms. Well, it's some type of an ascension symptom, I would say, but it doesn't take away from the pain that the person is feeling. It doesn't. Let me see if I can read these comments. Ground yourself outside. And what about your hearing? Has anyone's hearing and their eyesight seemed to have worsened within the past few months? I've not asked that before. I don't think I have, although some people have, volunteered that, hey, yeah, my hearing and my eyesight has gotten worse. Let's see this. Being attacked, just me being attacked, no one around you. And do you ever wonder why that is the case? Now, really, that is a question to ask if no one else is around you is feeling or being attacked. Their body isn't being attacked. Even though you're surrounded by like family members and stuff, why isn't it happening to them? Why you? That is a very, very good question. And I think that it needs an answer. It really does. And I think that perhaps within our being, I think we know the answer. I really do. I think as you awaken within here, it also alerts that other side that you are awakening within your spirit. Let me get this tongue twister out of my mouth, you all. I'm trying to focus on what I'm saying. That alert is sent out into the spiritual realm because they are awake on the other side of the spectrum, and they don't want you to be awakened. They don't. In fact, the more awake you get, the more chances that it is going to have a domino effect with the people around you, and they too will start slowly awakening within their spirit. This is like a theory, is my theory. The alarm got sent out. People started waking up, and then more people started getting wakened up. And then I think that other side of the spectrum, the spiritual thing, it said we can't have this. No, we cannot have humanity waking up whatsoever. And they send the forces out. They do what they can to deter it, to slow it down, to suppress it. That's what I'm thinking is happening. That's what I'm feeling is happening because my knees are still, my back is fine. It is. So now they got my knees. Even though if I said still, that's the end of me. It feels like rigor mortis is sitting in on my knees, okay? It does. But if I move, the more I move, the more I feel better. The better I feel. And somebody said, well, Gina, honey, it's just arthritis settling in on your body, Gina, honey. Hello, all of a sudden, I feel like I got trauma to my knees when I wake up in the morning. No, it doesn't happen like that. It's an attack by the enemy, by those interdimensional forces. And if you don't want to hear about interdimensional forces, then this video is not for you. If you don't believe in the spiritual realm, that there is dark energy out there, dark forces that are working against the light forces, this video may not be for you, but then maybe it may be for you. Maybe you will get enlightened by reading the comments of a lot of other people who are awakening within their spirit to what's happening in this world, because it is a spiritual battle along with a physical battle. The both go hand in hand now. It's manifesting into our world, you all. It is. Let me see if I can see some of these comments on here. Body in Motion says emotion. Okay. Hello, Susan B. and Apple Brooks, honey, you all. So, so are you feeling the pain? Because it's meant, when something like that happens to you, it is meant for you to feel that pain. That's what it's meant for. That is the aftermath of what has happened to you, even though you may not remember it. Now let's think about these UFOs. How we've been talking about the UFOs, the abductions and stuff like that. A lot of people have been abducted by the UFOs. At first, it's a great big light, and they see it. Then they have missing time, hours of missing time. And then some people, they don't remember. Their mind is wiped clean. And they said that, you know, these extraterrestrial, these species, they do have the ability to do the mind wipe. You know, our own powers that be, they also have that technology to wipe your mind clear so you don't remember one single thing. And where did they get that technology? Who gave it to them? You all, they can literally wipe your mind completely clear. You won't remember nothing. You'll be carrying on as usual. You may have injuries to your body or something, but you'll never know it. It's like being given a drug at a party unknowingly, and you didn't know it, but then the next thing you know, you wake up and you're thinking something's happened to your body. Somebody took advantage of you or something, but you have no memory of it. You have none at all. You can liken it like that. Now not every experience that people have with UFOs in the sky is a bad one. They aren't. Thank you, Naruka. It's not a bad experience. It's not. Some people, they communicate. They communicate with beings from the other rim, which literally, now I'm being serious, that other rim is literally right here in front of me. If the veil were to drop, I could literally walk right into that other rim right there in front of me, that like a dimension. There's not that big of a separation. There really isn't. And you may not believe in things like this, but it's true. We know that there are spiritual entities. There's good energy and there's bad energy. You can feel when, if you're an empath or you're intuitive or psychic or whatever you want to call it, a very feeling person, and you can feel when a really bad energy is on a person when they get near you. You can feel it. You can sometimes, if it's really strong, it feels evil, very evil and dark. There's some people that can read other people's auras. And when I say aura, I mean like the glow that is around them, the different colors that are around their person, their body. Some are good, good colors that they see. Some are very dark, very, very dark colors that are around them, and it sends off that dark energy. You know, you could just be walking past someone. I've done it before, that somebody who did not like me at all. As soon as I walked past the individual, I literally felt right there, just take a basketball. As I walked past, that energy from the other individual literally hit me like a basketball, went straight through me. That's what that energy did, and I kept walking. I just kept walking right by. The good thing is, it didn't stay in me, but I will never forget it. I will never forget it. Perhaps you felt something like that too. An energy going straight through you when you walk past somebody who has that type of energy on them, very, very negative. It's like hateful energy, you all. So, but now on the flip side, we've got people who have very good energy. And when they enter the room, everybody can feel the energy. It's emanating everywhere. It pierces through them. When you walk past them, you can feel their energy as they walk past. And it's good, and it's very uplifting being around them type of people. It is, but the other people, no, they've got some negative energy, and you'd be best if you got away from them. Get totally away from them, because you don't want to have that energy attach itself to you. You don't. If it's good energy, by all means, you want every single bit of it, because you want to put it, you want it to stay inside your being, you really do. But the pain, there's a lot of people feeling pain, and in many different areas of their body and in many different ways. And, you know, you may have a negative series of events that has occurred in your life back to back. And you know the old thing, when it rains, it pours. It's like you cannot get ahead, because as soon as one thing happens, boom, there's something even bigger that happens back to back. And then you say, surely it can't get any worse than this, and then boom, something else happens. That is a back-to-back attack. Okay, it is a back-to-back attack from the spiritual realm. But what is meant to break you, oftentimes you realize it's meant to break you, but somehow you find the strength within to go beyond it, to not let it break you, to grow stronger from it, and you realize what's happening. And that's what we want to do. We want to grow stronger through the pain. You can. You push right through that, push right through the pain, barrel right through that pain, you all. Just because your body is hurting, and I know it hurts. I know it hurts to even move at times, but you've got to make yourself do it. You don't want the opposing force to stop you dead in your tracks and immobilize you to where you're just, boom, you're not going nowhere. You're sitting still. You're not pushing back. You're not doing nothing. They stopped you. You don't want them to sit back with a big smile on their face, trying to stop your progression, your ascension within your being, your enlightenment within there. They don't let them put your light out. You all don't. You don't have to. You are a force to be reckoned with. You are. You have a light within you, and the darkness knows it. The opposing force knows it. They know that if they don't stop this awakening that's occurring, the light within the awakened ones will soon ignite the light in others who are yet to be awakened. And that light's going to get even bigger and bigger and brighter to where it literally illuminates all the darkness. And they don't want to be seen. The darkness does not want to be seen. It doesn't want its what's happening to be made known. They want your light to go down like this. They do. So that their darkness, so they can like, cover you up. Don't let them. Don't let them. It's hard. It's hard to stand up against it. And it's not, this is a type of battle that is not for the weak of heart, the faint of heart. It isn't. You've got to be strong on the inside of here, because you don't know what you're going to come up against when you start messing with the darkness, when you start fighting back against the darkness, when it starts pressing against you. The harder they press against you, that means the stronger you are, and they know it. That's why they got to push really, really hard to stop you in your tracks. That is the truth. The harder they push, the stronger you are, and the stronger you're going to become. Then they're going to have to try to push harder and harder to keep you back, to suppress you, to make your light go out, because you're like an impenetrable light. Your light is impenetrable, and they don't like that. They don't. And they know that we have the ability within us to awaken others. They know that. The darkness does, and they just don't want it, you all. So if you're feeling the pain, you know, if you have awakened within your being, your spirit is wide awake, you know where it's coming from. And you know that this battle is far from over. It is. It's far from over, but that's okay. If we were not strong enough to handle it, we would not be here, you all. None of us would. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be fighting this battle. You wouldn't be fighting that battle if we didn't have all that we need living on the inside of us. Right there, you all. This light, even if this body right here, you know, it's no more, our light's going to go on. Our spirit, boom, we're not going to die. We're not. Our spirit isn't, because it's, you know, I can't say it, you all. I'm not going to say it. All right, I'm not going to get too deep into that at all. I'm not. But that's what's happening, and you know it. If you didn't know it, and if you don't believe in the spiritual realm, if you don't believe in an afterlife or anything like that, fine, fine. There are plenty of people who do. There are plenty of people who know where their hope comes from, and they know that they're not in this battle alone. They're not. They're not. So I'm going to go, and with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you all. And please give this video a thumbs up, you all. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Keep your comments in here. That'd be great, you all, because I like to read the comments when I get a chance. And I know a lot of other people like to read them too. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. And thank you, Apple Brooks and Susan Honey. Thank you all. Love you. Thank you, Naruka.